Hello, everybody. It's the Ancient Metaler, and I'm back again with another epic and wonderful video to share with all of you, my friends and subscribers. Um, Little story. So I've been away for quite a while. I haven't posted anything since probably August or so. And then this weekend, I posted three videos. One of them was an hour and a half long, and it was really me explaining where I've been, what I've been doing, but also it was something very different. It was all of the music or the major music that influenced my life and helped me become the person that I am today and appreciate music the way that I appreciate it today. So it was a journey of bands, songs, albums that had a major impact on my life, and so it was intentionally long. I knew it was going to be about 90 minutes. I tried to keep it around that, and it was really interesting. But the problem was I had the audio from my desktop muted, so you couldn't hear anything but me. I didn't realize that, and then I went on and did a full reaction to an album, which I have never done before. So I went track by track through AC/DC Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, and that was epic. That was about a 45-minute video. Again, no audio except for me, and I didn't know it, so I posted them both live. And then I did a reaction, a blind reaction, first time listen to Judas Priest's new song Crown of Horns. And again, no audio from the music video, only from me. And so I pulled all three of those down and I've deleted them. They've gone to the bit bucket and will never see the light of day again. Now I'm in the process of trying to go back and redo this and share some stuff with you. So I'm not going to rehash a lot of all of that. Let's just say that I had a lot of personal things going on in my life. And hang on a second. I think I need to move something. Yes, I did. There was a candle. It's a candle that was a gift to me of a tantric nature, and it was right above my head, kind of right back there. So I thought, that might not be too appropriate, so maybe I should move it. Where was it? Oh yeah, okay. So I've been out. I had a lot of personal things going on. I had a pretty bad accident on my bicycle, not motorcycle, and tore up my right shoulder. This is my right. Um, and that laid me up for quite a while, and I didn't really feel like doing stuff. At the same time, I had issues with things getting blocked a lot. So the way I do my videos, I don't edit videos. I don't clean them up. I don't do research. Um, I don't write scripts. I don't plan what I'm going to do. I just come in here and do it as if it were live. I record the live reaction and then I just post it. I don't go back through it. I don't clean it up. I don't do anything because I want to have this kind of raw live reaction, um, the real response. I want you to, and if I make mistakes, I make mistakes, and if I do, that's okay. You feel free to point them out to me in the comments. Sometimes I say the wrong thing. Sometimes my brain goes in two different directions, and I misspeak. Sometimes I'm just wrong because I am not perfect, and sometimes I know things that are not right. But that's the way it is, and it's okay. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do the reaction to this bad boy, Judas Priest's Crown of Horns. Um, but it won't be a first time listen reaction because I already heard it. And so I apologize for that, but I'm actually kind of happy about this because I've had time to think about this song and listen to it a couple more times. And my first reaction was I didn't like it. You could see my face as I was watching the video. When I first started out, I was excited and interested in it. But as it continued on, I became increasingly confused and concerned with the song. Not concerned. Concerned's not the right word. Just confused by the music and the song and the lyrics and kind of the nature of the song. It's like, I didn't feel like it really was something that I would think Judas Priest would put out. That being said, Judas Priest does do a lot of ballads. And I love Judas Priest ballads. Some of my favorite Judas Priest songs are some of their big power ballads. Like Run of the Mill off their first album is one of my favorite Judas Priest songs. And it's almost prog metal. It's a really long song that's extremely mellow. And I like Epitaph. I like Beyond the Realms of Death. And there's so many power ballads that Judas Priest did in their career. Angel, all of them, I love them, and they're fantastic. I really, really like them. That being said, I was going on the information that I saw in an interview with Richie Faulkner about this new album, which hasn't come out yet. It comes out next month, where Richie said there are no power ballads on the new album. So then here we go. We're listening to it, and it's clearly a power ballad. And so I was like, hmm. And then it just wasn't. Usually their power ballads are powerful, and they have a lot of oomph to them. I don't know what the right word is. And I just felt that this one just kind of left me flat. And I was like, what? So the more I listened to it, the less I liked it. And then there was one thing, which I'm going to point out here in a minute, that when I heard it, it stuck in my head and I couldn't get it out. It was like an earworm. That it sounded like part of the song, the guitar lead on certain parts of the song sounds like, to me, it sounds very similar to another song. And my understanding is Richie Faulkner wrote this song with Rob Halford. And it was something that Richie would play in his idle time, like just warming up or sitting around just playing. He would just play this melody, and Rob allegedly, I don't know if this is true or not, Rob said, hey, we can make a song out of that. And so they wrote this song. And the part that he was playing is the part that I think I was like, well, I think he was playing it because he was remembering this other song. So we'll get there and I'll show you. But anyway, without further delay, or me running off at the mouth any more than I already have, let's go ahead and jump into Judas Priest's Crown of Horns off their forthcoming album. And the audio is on, so you can hear the song. But I'm not gonna. I got blocked, by the way, on this. So. There it is. So yeah, I'm gonna minimize this, and then I'll tell my little story. So I put this video out with no audio from the music, right? So it was just the music video itself, but there was no. You couldn't hear the music. And I actually did little clips at the end of two other of the new Judas Priest songs. I played like 30 seconds of each one of those. And the video got blocked. Completely blocked. Couldn't do anything with it. Couldn't let anybody watch it. It was just a horrible thing. And it didn't even have the song. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it again. But I got to be careful because, the same thing's going to happen. So I don't know, maybe I need to obfuscate this somehow because I think it's the video that's the problem. And so maybe I'll just turn the video down because it's a lyric video anyway. So it's not like you're missing much. You're just missing the words. But maybe what I'll do is I'll post the lyrics below. I remembered this. Yeah, oh yeah, I got blocked. But anyway, that part you just heard right there, that little intro lick, that's the part that sounds very familiar to me, and I'll give you a couple seconds to listen to it and see if it sounds familiar to you too, and then I'll show you what it is that I recognize it like almost immediately when I first heard it. So okay, let's go back a little bit, and then I'll let you listen to that, and then I'll shut up. Okay, so you heard it a little bit. So I was moving this around on purpose because I'm thinking maybe that's what's causing me to get blocked is this video. And if I move it around, maybe it won't happen. So let's go ahead and Which one doesn't have the video? I got all these little pop-ups over here. Intro, that's me with it's okay, we'll use that one. So the video is hidden now. Okay, so that was that. Now I'm going to play this other one so you can hear what it sounded like to me. It's that na 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 part on the guitar. Yeah, that part. All right, here we go. Ready? It's not exactly the same, and then I think there's another part in this song where it's more of a, that's just a little interlude. There's more of an actual lead break in the Eddie Money song where it's even closer, sounding familiar. I'm not saying he stole it. I don't mean that. I don't mean to imply that in any way. I don't mean it was duplicating Eddie Money. I don't think it is. It's not exactly the same. It's just stylistically and in my ear, that's what it made me think of. I heard it and I just couldn't get it out of my head. The whole time I'm listening to the song, I'm thinking, sounds like Eddie Money. Anyway. I got 2 tickets to... People get mad when I do things like that. So I will say this: the lyrics to this, and I'll try and post the lyrics down there for you in the comments or in the description. The lyrics to this are very poignant and meaningful, and I don't know where they come from. I don't know if they're supposed to represent one specific thing, or if it's just supposed to be potentially representative of several things. I did read since I heard the first time. I did read that Rob has said that it was very self-exploratory, that the song was really about his own experience in some ways, but not that we shouldn't lock that interpretation in. Everybody's free to have their own interpretation of it as well. And so yeah, very poignant and very powerful. And the more I listen to it, the more I like this. And so at first I was like, I didn't give it a fair shot. And then I realized, I was that way with a bunch of Judas Priest power ballads. Like I remember the first time I heard Beyond the Realms of Death, I thought, what? And there's another one too like that, where I heard it and I was like, skip. I used to skip it all the time when I was young because all I wanted was the powerful metal stuff. So, but over time I would go back and explore these songs, some of them, and then give them a second chance or a third chance. And then I really started to like them. And so, like cancer, they grew on me. Or not cancer. That's a horrible thing to say. Like a fungus, they grew on me. So, yeah, let's go back and continue just a wee bit. The pain you hold inside. I'm on the long road. There is no answer. You have to hold the love you find. I've been so helpless, but love was waiting, just like an angel in the dark. Heavy is the crown of thorns that rests upon his head. Heavy is the crown of thorns from all the blood he shed. The day seemed endless, no sense of calling, until the daylight came to be. I thought a rapture to end this capture, and something grew inside of me. I found my way now, and I am soaring, almost touching every star. Just pausing to avoid the blocking police. Moving it around too. There, that's better. You can't see my face, right? Oh no, don't move that. as I said, I haven't done this for a while, so I'm a little rusty. Um, again, so the chorus is really catchy. It's this very, very airwaves friendly song, if there are airwaves anymore. Um, it's kind of commercial sound to it. That's what I was saying. Like, I was very surprised by it. But like I said, the more I listen to it, the more I like it. So, um, in fact, let's go review the lyrics. Let me do that. I'm gonna pull up these lyrics. Heavy is the crown of horns. So that was another question I had. What's a crown of horns? And I think it's these. I think it's the heavy metal horns or the devil horns or whatever you call them that people in metal, everybody's like this and like this. And so Rob being who he is, and everybody knows Rob's story, right? I could understand why trying to maintain a persona that's all about this and metal and heavy, it could be for someone, for anyone, right? Really for anyone, but especially for someone who's come out as gay, and so it might presumably be even heavier for them. So let's crown of horns lyric. Let me pull that up. Here we go. That is not the right crown of horns. Judas Priest. I should have done this beforehand. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. These are the lyrics, and I'm going to read them to you. I learned the hard way that what you dream for comes from the pain you hold inside. I'm on the long road. There is no answer. You have to hold the love you find. I'd wait so helpless, but love was waiting, just like an angel in the dark. Heavy is the crown of horns that rests upon his head, or on this head. Oh, okay. It said head. Oh, it said his in there. In the video, it said his. This says this. Heavy is the crown of horns. I think it said his. From all the blood he shed. And then verse 2 says, the day seemed endless, no sense of calling, until the daylight came to be. I thought of rapture, to end this capture. Then something grew inside of me. I found my way now, and I'm soaring, almost touching every star. Heavy is the crown of horns that rests upon this head. Heavy is the crown of horns from all the blood he shed. Heavy is the crown of horns that kept the faith so bright. Heavy is the crown of horns that gave me all this life. And then it goes on. There's a bridge, and then it's, I'll call out to the world tonight to raise your horns up high. Whee! I'm calling to the world tonight to let your voices fly. I'll call out to the world tonight. Give thanks, for we are saved. I'm calling to the world tonight to never be afraid. So there's a little bit there that feels like he's reaching out to his fans and to the heavy metal community, and also a little bit of some stuff that could be spiritual or religious in nature. And that was another thing that's a double entendre almost. It's not really double entendre, but it's like it's a near miss. It's like crown of horns versus crown of thorns. Almost implies a Christian reference in nature, and so does I'll call out to the world tonight, give thanks, for we are saved, could also be construed that way, right? Verse 3, to the end of longing, a place to rest now. I found the answer to my prayer. I'm on my way now, and I'm soaring. I'm almost touching every star. And then it goes back through. Heavy is the crown of thorns that rests upon this head. Heavy is the crown of horns from all the blood he shed. Heavy is the crown of horns that kept the faith so bright. Heavy is the crown of horns that gave me all this life. Heavy is the crown of thorns that rests upon this head. and it just repeats those. Yeah, it's just repeating that as it fades out, I'm assuming. So, all right, that's the lyrics, and I think they're really powerful lyrics. I don't think they're the best lyrics they've ever written, but it's pretty good. You know, it's very meaningful, and it could have whatever meaning you want it to have. So, let's go back to the video. Jump back a bit.
Soaring, almost touching every star. Heavy is the crown upon that rests upon his head. Heavy is the crown upon from all the blood he shed.
All right, so it was crown of horns upon this head. So that it does mean it's introspective, right? So he is talking about himself. It seems like his situation. Could be.
Heavy is the crown upon that kept the faith so bright. Heavy is the crown upon that gave me all this life.
So there's a reference there that kept the faith so bright, I think is what it is. That made me harken back in my mind to Defenders of the Faith, which was an album that came out in '83, after Screaming for Vengeance. And so I notice in a bunch of songs there are overt and sometimes less than obvious callbacks to other Judas Priest albums or other Judas Priest songs, or just things from the past, right? So I don't know if that is, but it could be, right? And he could be referring to the faith of the fans for sticking with Judas Priest for all this time. That our faith in Judas Priest is still there and still bright. So it could be that. It could be other things, right? I'm going to pause because I have a strong suspicion, if I remember correctly, that I think there's two leads in this song. I think one of them's about to come out right after this little breakdown. So I think the breakdown is just about to end. So I wanted to talk before we go into this solo because I don't want to interrupt the solo. Heavy. See, I'm already singing. Heavy is the crown. Okay. It's got a catchy little hook. Let's just go back into it. See, I'm learning. People said, "Hey, man, when people are doing reaction videos, they back up when they pause, so you don't do that, and that sucks." So I'm trying. Let your voices fly. I was wrong. That wasn't where the lead was coming, but I think it's coming. Wow, that's awesome because that's a great solo, right? I like that a lot. It fits the song so well too, right? And so I don't know if that was all Richie Faulkner. I have a feeling it might have been, but there's a point in the middle where it seems to change. It seemed to me that it changed, and it very well could be switching to Glenn Tipton. I'm assuming Glenn. Yeah, they said he was playing on her. So I'm wondering if it is. I don't know. I haven't read anything about this other than just some very superficial stuff. So I don't know. Let's go back and listen to that again. I want to see if I can catch where I felt like it changed. So that sounded like Glenn Tipton coming into me. I don't know if that is or not, but it sure sounded like it. I mean, it's very reminiscent of some of the work that he's done on other guitar leads, especially like if you go back and listen to Painkiller. Some of the way he did things in that, it felt very familiar. I wouldn't say it's not the same at all. I felt like it, but I could be wrong. But it also could just be that Richie's been playing with Judas Priest for a long time now, and has really developed a style of his own, but that style also has some influences from the other guys. So I don't know. I don't know which one it is. If you do know, let me know in the comments, because I'm very curious to know if it was one person doing that or if they did switch off in the middle like that. All right, let's get back into this.
The end of longing, a place to rest now. I found the answer to my prayer. I'm on my way now, and I am soaring. I'm almost touching every star. Heavy is the crown of thorns that rests upon this head. Heavy is the crown of thorns from all the blood he shed. Heavy is the crown of thorns that kept the faith so bright. Heavy is the crown of thorns that gave me all this life. Heavy is the crown of thorns that rests upon his head. Heavy is the crown of thorns from all the blood he shed. Heavy is the crown of thorns that kept the faith so bright. Heavy is the crown of thorns that gave me all this life.
Or they're fading out. So yeah, the lead goes into that fade out too. It's really nice. It's really beautiful. So it's a beautiful song. I have to say that it's a beautiful song, and it is growing on me. The more I hear it, the more I like it. So I think I might have given it a fairly negative score in the first time around. If I was going to give it on a scale of 1 to 10, I might have said it was a 4. It's gotten a lot higher. I'd say it's probably a 7 or 8. It's not one of my favorites. Yet it could be sooner or later, but it's a little too pop for me. And that's weird coming from me, right? Because I like Judas Priest songs that are unusual and not the ones that everybody. I mean, I like those too, right? But the ones that everybody loves, like Breaking the Law and Heading Out to the Highway. You Got Another Thing Coming. Those are the big ones, right? But I like the Point of Entry album. There's songs on there like You Say Yes, and people think that's not Judas Priest too. So I like that. So maybe I'm not being fair to this song because it does take some time to grow on you. Anyway, that's what I think of the new Judas Priest Crown of Horns song. I think it's a good song. I think it's beautifully written. It's the lyrics are good. The message is powerful. The guitar work is as always is amazing. Whoever was doing the solo. And anyway, that's it. So I'm gonna jump out of here. I'm gonna go try to do something else. I'm gonna try to do my Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap again. I think I could do it better than I did the first time, and try to get it a little faster so it's not 45 minutes, even though this one's gonna be freaking long too. Um, uh, thanks to everybody who reached out to me while I was away and while I was having my issues. Um, Physical health and mental health are very important things to take care of, and always know you're never alone. You always have people, even if you think you don't, you do. And so um, that's all I'm going to say right now. Maybe I'll go into some more stuff later, but that's it. So I'm going to dig in and do some more music for you guys and some more reactions and some more stuff. So I have a companion channel completely unrelated to this. It's all about 3D modeling and 3D design. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me and I'll let you know how to find it. It's about using Blender and things like Adobe Substance Painter for 3D modeling and 3D rendering and texturing, stuff like that. So have a good one, and I will talk to you guys around the corner next time I'm on. So see ya.